You've decided to relocate to another country. You've done your preliminary research, booked your flight, and now you've arrived in your desired country. You've scheduled time to complete all the items on your checklist. How do you spend your days in this new country in addition to crossing the essential items off of your checklist? Hi, I'm Walter, and this is Second Act Advisor, a channel dedicated to those people in retirement, looking to retire, or seeking a change after 40. I've done a few scouting trips before I decided to live part-time in Southern Europe. I've lived there part-time for a few years, and I hope my experience can provide you with insights that can help you if you are thinking of relocating to another country. This video is the last in my series of 3 videos covering the scouting trip and essential action you need to take on if you are looking to relocate to another country. In part 1, I explained what a scouting trip is, why it is a fundamental part of a successful relocation strategy, and what to do in advance before leaving. In part 2, I detailed the items you need to check off while you're in your desired country before making your decision. I will leave a link to those 2 videos in the description below. Let's review the items on your scouting trip checklist. Housing, cost of living, healthcare, visa and residency requirements, cultural adaptation, language, transport, infrastructure, support networks, weather, quality of life, education system, if applicable, and employment opportunities, if applicable. You've arrived in your desired country, and you've scheduled time to complete all the items on your checklist. So how do you spend your days in addition to crossing the essential items off your list? It's really important to try your best to live as a local during the time you are there. Go to the local food market more than once. Go on a Saturday to see how busy it is. Find out when the off-peak times are for the market. This is your opportunity to eat and drink the local cuisine beyond the restaurants and coffee shops. Buy your groceries locally. Shop at the larger grocery stores, not just convenience stores. Look for products that you typically purchase. Are they available? If not, can you find an acceptable substitute? In Portugal, as an example, main grocery chains are Continente, Pingo Doce, Lidl, Aldi, Mini Preço, and Auchan. After traveling and living part-time in Europe for a number of years, I found food to be much cheaper and typically of a higher quality for everyday items than in North America. It's important to note that most European countries have a strong and well-established food culture. I'll be making a series of videos on the European food culture later in this channel. Please let me know in the comments what you'd like me to cover. Immerse yourself with the foods that the locals eat. Try and make breakfast, lunch, and dinner on your own. Another thing that you should try to do is go to a hairstylist, barber, or esthetician. Talk to locals and expats alike. See who they would recommend as a barber or a hairdresser. I've found that the price for haircuts is far cheaper in Southern Europe than in North America, depending on the location. And you get a cut with the same or even higher quality. Join a local gym. If you work out at a gym or at home, you will likely want to continue this healthy habit in your new country. Working out will not only benefit your physical and mental health, but your social life as well. I have found that many expats join gyms and do classes together. As in your home country, it is a great way to meet people, both locals and expats. One thing I should note, even in a low cost of living country, gym memberships can be as expensive as in North America. Your scouting trip is also an opportunity to research the prices of products you may purchase when you settle in your new country. Compare cell phone plans between different providers. Go to department stores and electronics stores. In Europe, electronics can be more expensive than in North America, so be prepared for a price difference. In Portugal, as an example, you'd be going to stores like Wharton or Fnac to purchase electronics. When should you visit? In my previous video, linked below, I've advocated for visiting your desired country at a time other than the height of summer. August in Southern Europe is a especially challenging time, as many Europeans are on vacation at some time during this month. Not only will the crowding in the tourist hotspots, as well as in the secondary and tertiary cities and towns, be at its peak, the weather is also at its best, with one sunny and hot day after another. You're not getting a true picture of the weather or the vibe of the location you're interested in. In late October, things will likely have changed immensely. The weather will not be as warm or pleasant in most cases. Between November and January, it will be much colder. In apartments or homes without insulation, as you may be used to in your home country, you may get a nasty surprise when trying to sleep in the evening and are shivering in your bed. There can be tremendous rain or snowfall in the fall or winter months. This is especially relevant if you intend on purchasing a property. If you can only take one scouting trip before making a decision, then try as much as possible to have some overlap between 2 distinct seasons. The longer you can stay in an area, the easier it will be for you to make an informed decision as to whether or not you can stand the weather. There are a few necessary expenses that you will likely incur during your scouting trip. Be prepared to spend on in-country transportation. Do not skimp on this. You need to explore the city, the region, and the country you are interested in to get a complete picture of where you may be living in future. You can often get excellent value if you purchase a longer-term public transit pass, for example, 1 week or more. Passes in many countries can be significantly cheaper than what you would pay for in North America, especially for metro and tram lines. Taking the train or bus regularly will give you the real insight as to how locals live, getting to and from work, shopping, and entertainment, amongst other activities. I've also found that rideshare services like Uber and Bolt are usually less expensive in Southern Europe than in North America. Hiring professional guides can add considerable value to your scouting trip by maximizing the use of your time. Local guides can take you to areas and activities frequented by locals, and that would likely become part of your routine. It's a good idea to get recommendations on guides from local social media groups. You should also make sure to set money aside for unforeseen events that your travel and health insurance may not cover, such as dental work. Do not overpack. I cannot stress this enough. Do not overpack. I'll be making another video on how to pack for 2 months of travel using only a carry-on and a backpack. After having brought too large of a suitcase in previous trips of 2 week to 2 months durations, I have been able to downsize my luggage requirements to a carry-on and a backpack. I realize that packing likely is not possible for everyone. If you can downsize your luggage, this will make a huge impact on your mobility throughout your scouting trip. This is especially important if you are shuttling between locations as part of your mission to explore different areas in your desired destination. That's it. I hope these 3 videos have been encouraging and motivated you to plan for and do a scouting trip if you are thinking of relocating to a new country. Please let me know in the comments if you are planning to relocate to another country. If you've already gone through the process of relocation, please feel free to share your insights below. Remember to like and subscribe if this video has helped you, and so that this information can get out to other people as well. Good luck. Ciao.